All right, this is another day. I'm still waiting on the new rings to come in, but while I'm waiting, I'm gonna knock the freeze plugs out. And the way I do it, I have these punches, flat tips. All I do, I hit one side, one or another side, and when I get it, and it gets up high enough, I take a flathead screwdriver and pry up till it gets high enough, and then just take a needle nose or some kind of pliers and hold it. I'll go through the stages and record it. All right, these knocked in completely. So what I'll do is hold it with a pliers or screwdriver and flip it up. They come out real easy once they turn to the side like that. All right, let me go ahead. All right, after the thing was in there, took these pliers, held the lip of it, pressed it up there, and just bump it, like hit it like with your hand like a hammer, and it pulled it out. And the other one, same thing, pulled it out. If this was in the engine, I would suggest maybe drilling a hole through this and getting something that can hold it, like a slide hammer, and pulling it out. Because I don't know if you'd have enough room to do that like I just did. With it out, it's not bad. So I'll go ahead and take out the other two. All right, I got all the plugs out. The hardest one was that one right there next to the oil filter. It was just in a bad spot. It came out easy, but it was just in a bad spot. The easiest ones was that little one and that little one. It just falls out of the spot down here. That's the next big one there. And everything else was just pretty much easy. This is the pack of them that goes back in. Made by the same company. It's for the 2.0 and the 2.2. It's 10 of them complete. That's all of them right there. And this is the new ones right here. Now the new ones has sizes on them. Like that one, let me see if I can get the light just right. 40 millimeter, 25, was 50, I think 30. Yeah, that one is 30. No, 25. That one is 40. That big one here. Yeah. So they gave you sizes on them. So I'm done with that. I won't put this in yet until the block is really cleaned up. And they said they wanted to paint it. I wouldn't bother with it because it's just a one to just be used pretty quick. And what I'll do now is, while I'm here, I'm setting up to put the pistons on the rods right now. So I'll go ahead and set up for that using this block because of that type of piston it is. I'll be back with it. All right, this is a setup. Just gonna press it in right there because this doesn't have pins on it. I'll go ahead and do that. It's raining, making a lot of noise because I got a tin roof, metal roof. So I don't know if I took any videos of how I put the new pistons on, but what I have here is the little hole that we already made sure that was clean. I think we had 2 of them clogged up when we took them apart. That's the new piston, and that little marking right there, standard. Usually any little mark here goes to the front of the engine or towards the timing chain, belt, whatever. But we have to get this inside that. Now it won't go in there by just force. By manual hand force won't put it in there. And if you hit it with a hammer, you probably do more damage. So you have to use the press that we took it out with and put it back in. But what I do, I oil this up, just regular oil, and I oil inside here. And then press it in so that way inside already has some lubrication on startup. But I'll set it up so y'all can see what it looks like. Alright, this is the setup right here. I got a flat stop bar in there. And this piston also has, I forgot to mention, an F right there for front, which is the same side that the little writing is that says standard. Now, press it in, and when you get down far enough, you're gonna have to put on the socket right here to put it in the rest. But as soon as the pin stops, that's it. You just stop right there, and that's center. So we'll go ahead. Let me see if I can do it on video. And it's just like the coming out. It's really no pressure whatsoever. So when I get about there, I don't want to do any damage to the piston itself, so I stop, and then I put the socket up on this section and push it in the rest. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, that's the setup I'm talking about. That's the socket sitting on top. It's locked in, and then just go again. As soon as it bottoms out, that's it. And you'll feel when it bottoms out, because it's moving so easy. And make sure you're set up to fall in that thing so you don't do any damage to the piston itself. That's it. It reached to the bottom. Now, so that's all you do. Release it, and that's it. It's done. You don't have to center it or anything. So. All right, when I mean centered, see it's flush to this side right now. If I push piston all the way that way, it's flush to that side. It has a little sink in here. Push it that way, the little sink is over here, but it's flush either way, so it's centered. That's the section that says F for front, and it's the same side with the standard. All right.